Hello, I'm Jason Walters, and welcome to the IPR Game Room. Today, we're going to be talking about Curse of the House of Rookwood. Hey, gamers. Sorry, guys. I got so excited. By how much I liked Fall of the House. Sorry, Curse of the House of Rookwood, that I started calling it things like Curse of the House of Rookwood. I started calling it Rockwell. I started calling it Fall of the House of Rockwell. But really, what I meant to say is The Curse of the House of Rookwood. Didn't pronounce it right just because I got excited by it and kind of slipped up. But there you are. Now, Curse of the House of Rookwood is a wonderful little role-playing game written by Brian Bin and Michael Addison. In it, you play members of a cursed and dysfunctional British upper-class family. It is very interesting in that you are both simultaneously playing the whole family and individual characters, but we'll get more into that. What's wonderful about this game, and there's a lot of things that are wonderful about this game, besides its production value, which is quite good. It's quite lovely inside. It has the sort of shape and feel of actually a little Victorian novel of a book from long ago, kind of like Imp of the Perverse, which actually really looks like a Jacksonian era book. This has kind of an interesting feel of a book from maybe the 1890s to 1920s. But production value aside, it is a wonderful game idea. It is well executed and it is well designed. So, in the game, you play members of a cursed dysfunctional family. And you play in generations. So you play basically your individual games. I guess the way I would play this is each time you play it, you play a different generation of the family that has been cursed by its founder, and you create its founder and you create the curse. And at the beginning of the game, when you create sort of the setting, you make some decisions that include 7 cursed questions that you answer to determine your family's resources, which are money, manor, name, favors, and power. These fill out legacy points that are spent in various ways each generation. Then you create your individual cursed character. Now, some characters you can create aren't cursed. You can marry into the family or be adopted, in which case you don't carry the family's blood curse. The motto of the game is blood will out. Which in case your character is designed a little differently. But for your standard member of the House of Rockwell, and again, this is the standard setting, you could call your family anything you like. You have 4 characteristics, which are traits, curse, assets, desire, and skeletons. Sorry, that's 5. These are basically, the traits are split up into basically, I can't remember the exact terms, weird, that is definitely one of the terms, kind of strong and kind of nimble. And it's a dice pool game. So you have pools of dice, and you divide up your dice pools this way, and basically you roll to see the number of 5s and 6s to get to successes in your endeavors. But your basic endeavor in each generation, through your linked family members that have all sorts of secrets and problems with one another, are to round out the round. Sorry, that sounds terrible. To finish up the generation in a way that you can bury skeletons, because your character all has skeletons. And each of the skeletons has 3 different characteristics, which is spine, bones, and spades, which determine kind of the nature of the skeleton in your closet and how you can bury it. Now, again, as a generation passes, you conclude the generation by trying to bury your skeleton. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this affects the fortunes of the next generation of your family, the Rockwell family, which is often reflected not only in its social standing, but in its actual manor, strange manor house, and all sorts of other things. Now, there are, together, the generations are called the Chronicle of the family. And you can play them out in various concepts in various ways. You can kind of play this like it's the Addams Family. You can kind of play it like your League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You can kind of play it like you're something horrible, like Fall of the House of Usher, and it's all doom. It's really up to you to decide how the entire chronicle will play out. Um, and It's very clever. Um, I like the setting creation process, as many of you watch this channel and subscribe to it know. I'm pretty big on games like this and Free from the Yoke and The Quiet Year and others too numerous to mention, where you create the setting, and then play in the setting. I think the Generations thing is a really nice touch in this game. Wilson sort of years ago, Wilson Zorn sort of touched on this concept in At the Hands of an Angry God, but this is very developed, this generational idea. The book is very extensive. It's a little book, as you can see. It's not one of our big honking books, but it's really got a lot in it, and an impressively amount. So it's very well edited. It's very well written. It's very concise. Again, like Free from the Yoke, it's presented in a very concise manner. It has 3 appendices. Appendix 1 contains examples of skeletons, curses, and dark gifts, which your characters can also have. Appendix 2 contains setting resources, so kind of monsters and things you might meet. And Appendix 3 contains chronicle resources, so ways in which you can sort of move the family forward generation after generation. Highly, highly, highly recommended by me, a nerd with 42 years of experience in playing role-playing games. So, pick it up from us, Indie Press Revolution. The link is in the show notes below, and subscribe to us on the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to our Constant Contact newsletter, links also below. And remember, gamers, the Rookwood family.